too hard for the radio. I'm 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 too hard for the radio.
Thank you for joining us today, man.
Absolutely.
For sure. So I believe we're good to go. So man, let's kick it off like this. All right. Hip hop legend, you know, Oakland King, man, one of the originators of true hip hop, 5 foot loving. You gotta shout out my man Money B from the Digital Underground crew, the original hip hop kings of Oakland, man. What's up, Money? How you doing, brother?
What up, G BiZ? I'm good. How are you?
Man, you know, just happy to be here today. You know, man, my father's celebrating a birthday.
Okay, happy birthday.
You know, and I ain't gonna put the OG out there, but you know, the old dog got a few miles on him. You know,
I hear you.
You know, so we went down to Fresno, man, just to celebrate with him. So, you know, I'm happy, man. I'm filled with love, and you know, just rejoicing in life, man. You know,
it's a blessing.
Yeah. And I know we talk about family, man. Money. I know you got so many roots in this hip hop game, man, and some of your family members. I mean, man, were so just influential and still legendary in hip hop. Man, so I gotta shout out, man, Shock G, RIP Shock, man. I know we just lost that, man, and that was like a brother to you.
Absolutely, big bro. You know, we celebrated his life with his family in Tampa. You know, that's where he kind of came up at, and we're planning to do something special this August here in the Bay Area.
Okay.
So we're gonna, you know, Shock G Day. The target date is August 21st, and it's the week of his birthday. His birthday is August 25th.
Okay.
So we want to, you know, celebrate him here in the Bay, in Oakland, kind of where we started, you know, and just bring it all the way home.
That's what's up, man. Man, speak to how it was just being on the road. I mean, Digital Underground, y'all, man, was at y'all height when hip hop was still very new into mainstream. I mean, y'all was one of the first crews to really break out.
Yeah, and what's amazing about that, you know, we didn't think of it at the time, but it was a blessing that coming out of the Bay, I think at the time, you know, who really were national acts were like Hammer, Too Short, and even Tony. But outside of that, there weren't a lot of acts out of the Bay that were known nationally or even internationally. So we didn't have anybody to look to show us how to do it. So we just did it. Right. We did what we liked, you know. there was no guidebook or no, you know what I mean? Like there were no rules. Like this is how you do it. We didn't have anybody telling us like this is how you got to act. This is what you got to say. This is what you got to do. We just went for it, and that allowed us to really be ourselves, you know, because that's all we knew how to do.
Right. And I mean, y'all had so many, like I said, just so much personality. Not only in the music, but I know on the road, man. I mean, you guys had to have a whole bunch of just fun times, stories, interactions. I mean, you know, Pac coming up, dancing. You know, I know Tierney was out there acting a fool too. You know, just so,
shout out to Tierney.
You know, shout out Marketing Kings, man. Yeah.
And so I mean, it was just amazing because there were so many personalities, and each tour was different. Right. So, you know, we had, you know, rocking with Mystic, like you said, Tierney, Cletus Mac, Essential, Saphir, Tupac, Gold Money, it was Pee Wee and Big Money Otis. Man, we were an army, you know, and each time it was different.
That's dope, man. You know, I remember I couldn't have been no older than maybe like 4 or 5 years old, man. And my cousin, I think y'all had did a show at like Shoreline over in
the amphitheater, right?
Yep. And my cousin, I guess, you know, him and my brother sung as well. So they had a little group, man. They was on the home turf, the old school home turf with the show that show like Bay Area talent. So they came down to their high school. So they was hyped. They were like, oh man, you know, Digital Underground about to be over here. So I think he came down to the hotel that was like off of Moffett Field. And y'all were over there. And man, I was able to meet you, Shot, Pac, and you actually signed a poster for me, and I had that poster on my wall. I'll tell you, for so many years, brother. So I mean, just you guys touched so many people. You know,
that was a summer jam, I believe.
Right. It was going up. So how was the love? How was the love, man, when you traveled? Do you get a lot of stories where people tell you like, oh man, I was here and y'all was, you know, that you still have these interactions with folks?
Yeah, because one thing that we did, you know, and like you just spoke to, we were always amongst the people, right? So we were very accessible and very personable. And actually, I think part of what attracted people to us is that our show wasn't even just the stage show. The show was the whole experience of just being in your city, because we'd be rocking, and then afterwards we end up at whatever the next party was, and you know, it was just, we just like to have a good time with the people. So, you know, I always get these stories and even, you know, pictures that pop up. You know, I'm so glad that I always was accommodating and took so many pictures with everybody, because now these pictures come up and I'll be like, wow, where's that? You know, and I see them and I'm like, oh, I remember that, kinda. But some good pictures, you know, with me, Shock, Pac, just all of us just wilding out back in the day.
Yeah, man. I'm sure those memories still, you know, hit hard and hit heavy, and you know, bring a lot of joy to your heart, man. I mean, how was it? You know, just, I guess, carrying on that legacy, because I know you're still doing a lot of performances, but not having, you know, maybe the whole crew out there on the street, man. How was that kind of transition, and how was, you know, kind of the way that you and Shock still rock together when you guys did get together?
Well, for the last several years, I guess you could say this is the last 6 years to be exact. The touring configuration of Digital Underground has been really Money B and Young Hump. Young Hump is the newest member of Digital Underground, and actually he played Shock and Humpty in the Tupac movie biopic, All Eyes on Me, with me, right? And you know, Shock found him. Shock brought him to me and was like, you know, because Shock had took a hiatus to kind of just relax, you know, but he always knew Shock's dream was to be able to just remain Shock G and have somebody else be able to play the Humpty character.
Right.
And, you know, throughout the years, we've had different people try to play Humpty, like his brother Kent would play him. We had other cats that were in our crew. And that's why we kept up the illusion that it was two people, because it would be, a lot of times it would be two people.
Yeah.
But he could never find that guy that could really rap and could really play the character. And he finally found him with Young Hump. And so his dream was eventually we would all get back together and do this big tour where there's actually a real MC that could play the Humpty character, and he could, you know, because Shock loved playing the keyboard. He was a musician, and that's what he really wanted to do. We never got to go out in that configuration, but, you know, like I said, now Young Hump and myself, and even, you know, like I said, at times you may see Cletus Mack on stage with us. You may see Tyranny on stage with us here and there. But we just, you know, we're going to continue to carry the torch and keep it lit.
That's what's up, man. I mean, you got to do that. And when you talk about him and his keys, like, I followed Shock on IG for years, man. And I mean, him sitting at that piano, or maybe sitting up, he'll, you know, be giving you a parable, you know, but so many different things. Yeah, man, so many different things that man left as gems in this world, man. You know, also like Pac. I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of folks who who still talk to you about how influential Tupac has been just in their lives or in hip hop, or the waves that his name still continues to make in the game so many years after his passing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful legacy to be a part of, right? And we all contributed to it. And I'm not gonna say that it bothers me, but it's amazing that we wait till somebody passes to really appreciate what they offered. You know what I mean? Because now it's like all of these people, Viola Davis and whoever is like talk about how important that shop was to them. But when he was alive, you know what I mean? I don't think that he felt all of the love that people show to him and show for him now. Same with I think Pac was a little different. We loved Pac while he was here, and even more so when he was gone. But it just makes you think, like, okay, you put in all this work. Is something gonna have to happen to me before people really appreciate what I've done? I don't know. But also, it also just makes me not really worry about how people are reacting to me right now, because I feel like if I do really being true to myself and continuing to do the things that we've always done, then I know I'm probably doing the right thing. And maybe they won't appreciate it till after I'm gone, but that's what it is.
Hey man, you out here putting the work in, money. I mean, I certainly respect you, man. I appreciate you for always being welcoming to me, man. I mean, I'd have been on video sets with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Podcast rooms, man. So I thank you for the love that you continue to give to me and to KMEL, man. Because like I said, brother, you a Bay Area legend. You a living legend, man. So if don't nobody else give you your flowers, man, I'm gonna give them to you right now. You feel me?
Yeah. See, I go all the way back from KMEL to Rick Chase.
Yeah.
I used to kick it with Rick Chase. See, I don't know. Y'all kids don't know about that.
The hanging, man. But I mean, tell me, money. I know you don't want to give too much of the sauce, but tell me a classic money beat. On either on the road, party, hanging. Give me. Take me to that place, man, where some folks probably would never even be able to fathom how big you guys really were out here moving as stars. What's one just gem that you have from interactions out here on the streets?
Well, I'll tell you a funny story, which involves KMEL, right? I remember, we were popping off, and Pac, he really wasn't popping yet, but Raw Fusion was, because me and Fuse, we from here, right? And so we move around. So we knew Sway. I think it was I don't know if it was Sway was just on the radio, right? And it was an interview that I was coming up to come holler at Sway, and I brought Pac with me, right?
Okay.
And so we in there and we're talking during the interview, and Pac tried to say something, and Sway was like, "Wait a minute, I'm talking to Money B." like slow down, like this ain't your interview, like kind of like shushed him a little bit.
Yeah.
Pac was upset. He was like, "Man, wait till I get my own stuff," and da 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 da. But he just, he wanted it like that. But it was just funny that Sway had to shut him down real quick. I was like, damn.
Hey man, but Sway was like, man, earn your britches,
Right? And I couldn't say nothing. I was like, hey man.
But he earned them.
Oh yeah, he got it. He made it happen. He made it work. So I mean, that's just a funny story that I always share. But in just saying that to be just you never know, right? So where he ended was not where he started. So he was just about the grind. Meaning he came with me to the radio station. He was trying to get on. He was trying to be seen, trying to be vocal. And so, I'm always, me with Lil Mikey and everything. Like I'm always trying to pay it forward and share information with the youngsters as much as I can, because you never know. Like think about it. we brought Pac up through our ranks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when he did I Get Around, he came back and pulled us up with him. And it was just like, what we did for him, he came back and did for us. So, I'm always about sharing information. And if I can help any of the youngsters out, I do it. And I just say, like, only thing I ask you to do is pay it forward. The way that I help you, help somebody else one day.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you get to that point, you can pull me back up with you if you pop off. So, and that's just how I've always been. That's how Shock was to us. He always, what we did, he tried to do for us. And even just moving through the industry, cats like Big Daddy Kane, Public Enemy, MC Light, all these people who when we first started touring, they were showing us love. And so we've always been shown love in the industry by our peers. So we try to do the same thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, y'all still do, like you were saying earlier. I mean, so many people with outcry, whether it's on social media or, otherwise, coming out with so much love for, Shock G, Digital Underground, and just, and of course, always Tupac, and I mean, and I appreciate you speaking to that, man, because folks always think that it's just I get popping and I get on game, but that man really worked. You feel me? Like you said, he was active. Whole lot of folks always want to say, "Oh yeah, I want to do what you do. I want to be that." But then when you ask them, like, "Hey, you gonna come to the radio station? We got to be there at 6 a.m. Meaning you got to get up at 4 o'clock because we got to take an hour drive to get there. You gonna be up at 4:15?
Right. Yeah. they say they'll do anything until they find out what they got to do, and then it's like, well, maybe not that. So, but yeah, Pac, he had that drive, and he did whatever it took, and he wasn't gonna let anything stop him. So I will say this. That's what I always take from my relationship and knowing Pac. Like, I've never met anybody with as much drive and hunger to make it. His work ethic was beyond anything that I've ever met or seen since.
Right. But I mean, Money, I know your work ethic is still ain't it ain't no slouch, man. I know you still got a lot of projects in the making and things you're doing right now, man. Let us know what you got cooking.
I have my show, the Going Way Back Show, which is classic hip hop raw and uncut. I do on the Going Way Back Show YouTube channel every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, I do exactly what we're doing now. I have classic hip hop artists on my show. We just celebrate the music, the times, and we just chop it up, talking about cats. Like, who did I just have? Pharoah Monch or DJ Premier. Or Eric Sermon from EPMD. Mm-hmm. Go to the Going Way Back Show YouTube channel, and you can check out past shows, or you can just tap in and follow, subscribe, and get notified when the show is jumping off. I kind of took a little break, when Shock passed, but I think this week we're going to get back to it. Like I said, we're touring, Digital Underground featuring Money B and Young Hump. We also have new music that we're about to release. We got a catalog of over 30-something songs that we kind of tucked. When the pandemic happened, it was like, can't get out and go nowhere, so why release it? So now we have all this music that we're ready to release to the world. And anybody that knows me, been hearing this for several years, but I have my my book, my autobiography that I've written. Okay. That I promise people that it will be out this year. This is the year of it would be Tupac's 50th birthday this year, so on June 16th. Okay. Obviously everything that happened with Shock, I just feel like, this is the time to actually bring it full circle. Right. And when I say that, my book is not really, you would think is a hip hop book or is a book about the rap career. Well, it's not actually. It's about my life. A lot of people don't know. My father was in the Black Panther Party. I grew up in that in Oakland, and so through the 70s with the Black Panther Party. I was of the age when crack hit the streets in Oakland. I was in the middle of all that,
Right.
and then you go to the 90s with Digital Underground and Tupac, and even in these past 20 years, I've experienced probably a unique lifestyle that, is interesting, I would say. So, I mean, you want to be more specific. I've moved around, still rocking and rolling.
Right.
I was in the adult industry for a few years. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of that. So I've had a few family tragedies that I talk about, and I just share with the world what it was. So look for that. I'm diving heavily into the NFT space for people that don't know about non-fungible tokens, and digital art. Look it up, NFTs. So I'm getting into that heavy. Man, I'm out here.
I heard that.
And obviously, everybody check out Lil Mikey TMB.
Right.
Money Boy. That's my artist. That's my young nephew. And pushing that line for the new sound, from Oakland. And man, I'll come speak at your school if you need me to.
Hey, money.
Again.
Hey, I do actually. So,
yeah, bro. I mean, that's what I'm moving into, because I do want to affect the youth in any way that I can. So if it's something that I can share, if you really want me to,
man,
or if it's something to do, let's visit the prisons. Let's do it all.
Man, so I'll tell you this much, man. So I've been doing youth work and youth development, man, for over 10 years, really. I've been running programming over at Oakdale Community Center. Shout out to all my people over at Bayview Hunters Point, right over at the Oakdale Community Center. We started a program there where we teach youth between 14 and 21 how to write music, how to produce their own music using FL Studios, Fruity Loop software, record music. We we record with them inside of a full studio with the sound engineer before COVID, right? But we also teach them how to record now digitally. Man, and these kids make some great music, man. So I've got a graduation coming up. It's virtual. But it is in the next couple of weeks, man. If you want to tap in on schedule, I'd love to have you come and talk. I don't even mean to put you on the spot like that, but
no, give me information.
All right.
You can figure that part out.
Okay, I appreciate it before, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And like I said, money, man, you got me ready to read the book now. I can't wait for it to drop. Let me know if it hit audio book. You feel me? I'm on that Audible thing, and
it's gonna be an audio book. I'm a narrator, so
there you go.
Let me tell you about it. Also everybody check out Vyre streaming network. It's a new streaming network that I'm also a part of. It's called Vyre, VYRE. Streaming network. It's Black owned. It's been around a few years, but it's growing. And I'm a part of that as well. So I got to think of all the stuff that I'm doing, because I do so much.
You got the time, brother. You got the floor. Let me say that. Money, I do want to ask you one last thing. All right.
Sure.
And we're gonna be, just very hypothetical. We just tossing the question up. What do you think if you were to say the first thing Pac said to Shock when he came and he saw him walking through those gates of heaven? What do you think was the first words he might have said to him?
Let's get to work. You know what I mean? You ready to do it? Like Pac said, listen to this. Because he had his little book. He was ready to check it out. That's what he always gonna say. He got that little his book, and he always was ready to spit. That's exactly what's happening. So they up there making some slaps right now.
That's what's up. Still getting to it, man. Money B, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your time. You feel me? Everybody make sure to tap with my guy, Money B. Go ahead and hit him with the socials, Money.
Yeah, on Twitter and Instagram at MoneyB69. If you're on Facebook, the Digital Underground Facebook fan page, as well as the Money B Facebook fan page. I need everybody to go check out dumerch.com, which is the official merchandise website for Digital Underground clothing. You probably see the Do What You Like hat back there. And support the crew, man. Digital Underground merchandise. Digital Underground t-shirts.com or DU merch, like Digital Underground. dumerch.com. But if you want to just know what I'm doing, man, just follow me on Instagram or Twitter at MoneyB69. And I'm always popping up doing something. So check me out.
That's Money Weeks. We still got to get you that Michelob sponsorship too, man. It's about time.
Come on.
We know weekends is made for Michelob. Come on, man. Money B did that.
Give it.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Oh, man. Thank you. All right.